Hello students, in this class we will study all about suspension. So first of all, what is a suspension? You must remember that when we were discussing the mixtures, at that time we have seen this example. Mixture of soil and water, it's a heterogeneous mixture because in this mixture students, the soil settle at the bottom and water remains at the top. That's why they do not mix with each other. We call them heterogeneous mixture. So this is an example of suspension. Now we can say a suspension is a heterogeneous mixture in which fine particles which are about in size 10 to the power minus 7 meter or more of a solid are dispersed in any medium. That medium could be liquid or gaseous. In suspension, fine particle of solid remains suspended in the medium. Now, the examples are muddy pond water, chalk water, okay, a mixture of chalk and water, that is also a suspension. A suspension is a heterogeneous mixture in which solute particles do not dissolve but remain suspended throughout the bulk of the medium. Particles of suspension are visible to the naked eyes. We can see them without aid of any device. Now students, we will talk about the properties of suspension. First of all, we have seen that these are the heterogeneous mixture. As we saw, the mixture of soil and water, the soil settled at the bottom, water remain at the top. That's why. The particle of a suspension can be seen by naked eyes just because they are having a large size. That is visible to us. Now, the particles of a suspension scatter a beam of light passing through it and make its path visible. It means that if we are taking a suspension in a container and we are passing a beam of light through it, then by observing from the side we can see this light in the mixture, and when this light will leave the mixture, it will be seen a little bit scattered this way. Now students, the solute particles settle down when a suspension is left undisturbed. It means that they are not so stable. As we have seen in above example, when we mix soil and water after some time, this soil settles at the bottom and water remains at the top. Now they can be separated from the mixture by the process of filtration because one of the component is having a larger size. Take example of the same thing. When you will use filter paper to separate water from soil, the soil will remain in your filter paper and the water will seep through it. Now, when the particles settle down, the suspension breaks and it doesn't scatter light anymore. So students, we have seen what the suspension are and what are their properties. So in case of any doubt you can ask, and that's all. Stay safe, keep learning.